avoid expensive litigation. All right, so let me get into some do's and don'ts. All right, what you do want to include in a report, evidence that's relevant and probative, which means what you can prove. You want to use facts, quotes, examples of behavior that you've been able to corroborate. All right, like if you had the complainant, Dylan, is alleging certain things, maybe it's beyond hostile work environment, just buzzwords, but maybe he really is alleging that Vanessa, let's say, uses anti-Semitic remarks, and he's really offended by that. Okay, that changes it. That's a whole other level here, and violation of the company's EEO policy. Okay, so we're going to jot down some very specific quotes of exactly what she said, who was around, and so on. All right. Recommendations, this is an it depends, and it's really, again, a matter of your culture and style, collaborating with legal on what they would like. Recommendations are sometimes embedded in an investigation report, and other times are not put there at all and simply discussed verbally. Again, not right or wrong, but you should have a strategy and then work it consistently. Then lastly, having some headers, footers that are baked into your template for your reports, like protected by attorney-client privilege or internal employee relations team use only, things like that. Okay. The don'ts. Generally, putting hearsay in a report is probably not a good idea. All right, unless you've really had some relevant statements and you've talked with legal ahead of time. But I will tell you that's a little more of the exception rather than the rule. You also don't want to leave things at too general of a level. The reader of a report, especially like legal who's going to read it, it shouldn't be like, oh, well, she got an attitude with the complainant. What does she got an attitude with her mean? That's not granular enough. That doesn't tell the reader exactly what happened, and it leaves it open for the reader to then interpret. That's not what you want. All right, as I said earlier, irrelevant information doesn't belong there, and certainly no recommendations that are biased, because leaders are purposely trying to maneuver the outcome of getting somebody fired. All right, and you don't want to draw legal conclusions. Right? When you are summarizing a report, you're going to refer to policy. You're not going to draw legal conclusions like, Vanessa engaged in religious harassment and it was a violation of Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. No. Okay. Policy only. Right.